In this study, we're going to look at 12 sets of twin preschoolers to see if going to preschool has an effect on their intelligence or not. So what this researcher did was found 12 twins in the town that the university was located at, and convinced the parents to send one of the two twins to preschool and the other one to be educated at home to see if that would result in a difference in intelligence. So what we have is we've got 12 different families, and we've got one twin that went to preschool and one twin that stayed at home, and we've got an IQ score for both of them. And we want to be able to we want to compare the average of the two groups to see if we can make a generalization about preschool affecting the intelligence of children one way or another, or at least preschool affecting the children, the type of children that were in this study. It looks like they were probably children of people associated with the university. And so what we wanted, so our hypothesis is that preschool affects intelligence. And this is going to be a two-tailed test. Two tails. Because we're not making the hypothesis that it's going to go up, that, well, since kids get more exposure to material at preschool, their intelligence is going to go up, because they might actually get less because they don't have all of the attention of their mother like the one that at home does. So we're making a two-tailed hypothesis, and this is what an example of a paired t-test. For each twin, we've got the twin that either stayed at home or went to preschool. So our t-test is going to be a paired two-sample for means. That's what it's called on the data analysis tool. This is a paired t-test, a matched sample t-test, because you can't, we're comparing the 110 to 114, the 121 to 118. It's a more powerful test because the two twins go together. We know that they had, each set of twins had the same environmental factors, more or less, because they grew up in the same family. So let's go to data analysis, and we're going to use the paired two-sample for means. I click on OK, and I want to delete that material that's already in there. And the range for variable 1 is going to be from here, shift control down, and the range for variable 2 is going to be here, shift control down. Hypothesize mean difference 0, labels in the top row, alpha equals 0.05. The output range, let me delete that. I'm going to put that up here, and I click OK. Let's get rid of some decimal points. Oops. Home, number format. And what do we have? We've got the mean, and here we have that for the ones that went to preschool was 115. For those who stayed at home was 113. So there's a little difference, and the question is this significant? Now the n, the observations, is 12. Let me make that column a little wider there. The degrees of freedom for this test is n-1, so it'll be 11. Our t-stat is 2.11, and then our is a two-tailed test, so our p here is 0.06. Ooh, it's not significant. Let's add another decimal there, 0.059. So we don't really have very good evidence that that preschool changes the children's intelligence, and so that's we would say the hypothesis is not supported, even though it was close here. We know now that a lot depends on whether preschool helps kids or not depends on the situation at home. If the kid's sitting home watching TV all day or playing with YouTube on an iPad, going to preschool is going to be good with them. But if he has a lot of interaction with adults at home, preschool might not be good for the child. But in any case, let's write the result up here. We can say, in a study of 12 twins, 12 sets of twins. Now, I could have written n equals 12, but I'm just going to say 12 sets of twins. The intelligence of the siblings who went to preschool. Now we can put in parentheses the mean, Control I, Shift M, Control I, space, equals 115.17, close parentheses. Now on the next line I'm going to put was not significantly different than those who stayed at home. Now we can put the mean here again. Control capital M in italics equals 113.25. And then we can put the statistics. I'll put that on the next line. Control IT, Control I, and then the degrees of freedom in parentheses. T equals space 2.11, and then P in italics equals 0.059, and we need to specify that it's 2 tails. So we don't have significant evidence that preschool changes the intelligence of preschoolers from this study.